Hello good people! This is FisherTwelve and we have another exciting video for you guys today as always, and this video is going to be my top 10 games of E3. So E3 just finished up a couple days ago and we've all had enough time to digest all the games that were announced, some of the games that were maybe talked about a little bit before E3 and then shown some gameplay of at E3, and maybe some games that were completely hidden behind an iron curtain up until their unveiling. So we have a lot to talk about, but these are going to be my top 10 games of E3 2015, and let's get on into it with our first game, which is going to be Super Mario Maker. So this game is on the list because as a person who grew up with the Super Mario series, I don't think there's any person who doesn't initially start on video games with Super Mario or Mario of some kind. You know, this is just a dream come true to get the ability to create your own maps, to create your own enemies, to create the Mario experience you want and pass it off to friends and share it with them. And then this is just essentially like a fanboy's dream to be able to make your own Mario maps. In our number 9 spot, we have Horizon Zero Dawn. This is by Guerrilla Games, the makers of the Killzone series. And when they were first showing this trailer, I think everyone was maybe expecting there to be another Killzone game, but they completely blew us out of the water with this Horizon game, which just has such a interesting concept and story. It's, you know, about life after our time, but instead of everything being futuristic like we're used to seeing, everything has sort of decayed and vegetation is sort of taken over the planet, and it's covered the buildings and there are trees and moss everywhere, and it sort of has that The Last of Us post-apocalyptic feel to it. And then on top of that, there are dinosaurs roaming around everywhere. You have these robotic electronic dinosaurs that you get to take out, and this entire game just seems like a brand new concept, something that we haven't seen before, definitely taking advantage of the newer gen consoles, or the current gen consoles I should say, so I'm excited to see what this game holds for us. At number 8 we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I am going to give this game minimal praise, and that's because I have a love-hate relationship with Assassin's Creed right now. I'm very skeptical about this game based off last year's game. Every Assassin's Creed, pretty much up until last year's game, has been at least decent, but last year's game was just so bad that it makes me unsure about how good this one will be, because I think their issue was last year was that they were trying to do too many new things and they lost track of the core gameplay concept, or the core gameplay mechanics rather, and I don't know if that same thing has happened here, but we will only know once the game is released. I do want to praise them, though, on the setting. I think they've made a good choice. Of course, they always make good choices, and they always do a good job of putting the Assassin's Creed storyline into the actual historic timeline, which is good. I like that they're sort of bringing back this sort of gang or brotherhood aspect, where you sort of have this camaraderie of pals with you to take on the enemies. I also like that you can play as a guy and a girl. I like that diversity in gender characters that you can play as. We're seeing that more often in video games, so it's great that a AAA series like the Assassin's Creed series is adapting that as well. Nonetheless, I'm still going to buy it despite me being unsure about how the game is going to be, and nonetheless, it is still one of my top games of E3. Next, we have South Park: The Fractured But Whole. This was a big fanboy moment for me. I loved the last South Park game, and they totally surprised me in the trailer, where they make you think that they're going to be playing as sort of their medieval characters or their magical characters, but they switch it to their superhero characters, and once again, you get to play as the new kid. So that will be exciting, and I love just that whole new angle on it. I like that they're taking the South Park series, but they're somehow finding they're taking like almost like a joke of the South Park series and making that into an entire game, and I just love that about this South Park gaming series. So I'm really excited for a new South Park game. You guys are too if you're fans of the series, and of course you can look forward to the Let's Play that will be on my channel, because this is becoming one of my favorite gaming series. And at number 6, ironically, is Rainbow Six Siege. This game I have already pre-ordered. I love this series. I am loving the gameplay that I've seen already. I didn't get into the closed alpha, or I don't even know, pre-beta, whatever it was called. But I already pre-ordered it, so I am going to be in the upcoming beta. I'm going to be on it for Xbox, I'm going to be on it for PC, and I don't know if maybe it was just the E3 demo that this game just looked so on point, but anytime I see people play this game, it always looks like them and their friends are having fun sort of coordinating strategies and trying to figure out how to take down the enemy, and that is a gaming experience that I am down for. Plus, Angela Bassett is in this game. We saw her in the E3 trailer, so that is, of course, another plus for this game as well. And at number 5, this is a game that was announced definitely before E3, but at E3 we really got to see what this game is all about, and that is No Man's Sky. So again, this is one of these new concept games with it looks like there's an infinite world. It looks like the world doesn't necessarily have a set number of worlds. You're essentially in a galaxy, and all these galaxies have different planets, and pretty much every planet is one you can go to, and all of them have different surroundings and inhabitants, and you can basically get a entirely wide range of experiences while playing this game. So you can battle in space and have that experience, or you can be on ground and sort of hunting and navigating and exploring and documenting, or you can be swimming. That's another aspect, and the entire world is indestructible, or not indestructible, the entire world is destructible. So there's just a lot of different elements about this game that make it unique. One of the ones that I think is most exciting, that I don't know why other games haven't incorporated this, is the seamless transition between these different environments that you can fight in. You can literally go from on, your main starship, and then you take that out into outer space, and then you fly into a planet, and now you're on the planet, and then you're out of the planet. Now you're in the water, and then you're uploading something. Now you're back into your ship, and you're flying out into the atmosphere, and now you're onto another planet, all with no loading screens. So No Man's Sky is a game that I am hugely looking forward to. Coming in at number 4, we have Star Wars Battlefront 3. I'm very excited for this game. I don't know who wouldn't be excited for this game. It is essentially Battlefield with the Star Wars skin. We can kind of see that after watching the gameplay, but that is something that I'm okay with. I don't care about that. I am very much okay with that, simply because we're getting the Battlefront series back into our hands, and we're going to get to do all the memorable things that we love. You get to play as Jedis. You can take it to the skies and be a snow speeder. You can be, just a regular trooper on the ground. You'll basically get to do everything that you could in all the other previous games and more in this one. So I'm looking forward to it. We did see some things cut out from other Battlefront games, but regardless, I think DICE is going to make this game just a joy to play. It's going to bring back that nostalgia feel. So that is why Star Wars Battlefront is on my top E3 games list. Coming in at our number 3 spot is going to be Tom & Clancy's The Division. I've been excited for this game ever since E3 of 2013. I'm a little disappointed that the graphics seem to get downgraded every year, but regardless, this has a great story. It's open world, it's cooperative, so you can play this with your buddies, and it has a destructible, well, not really an indestructible environment, but they have destructible elements in the environment. One thing I really remember is the police car tire shooting out and the car lowering because the tire's losing air from the very original trailer. So again, The Division is going to be one of those games that gives you a diverse gaming experience. You're going to be able to play it in different ways. So again, one of the games that I'm looking forward to the most and on my list for top E3 games. In our number 2 spot is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops 3. No surprise there. It's Call of Duty. Of course, I'm excited for it. This Call of Duty looks like it's going to be a mix of Titanfall and Destiny on the Call of Duty engine, and I'm okay with that. Titanfall and Destiny are great games, so I'm happy to see Call of Duty, pulling in some of those better elements from those games and incorporating into their game to hopefully make this just super awesome, great game. It's a big change, though. We're seeing Black Ops come to the PlayStation Nation for the first time, so I will be an Xbox user getting DLC and content second for the first time in many years. And our top game of E3 2015 is going to be Fallout 4. I was so happy when they announced this game. I love that they're adding just sort of a different perspective to the series. This game is super intricate with all of the face designing of the characters and the new incorporation of like the dog, and there's other elements, the things that you can do like building your own city, you can craft stuff. It's going to be set in Boston too, which of course is just the ultimate kicker for me being a resident of Boston, so that is why Fallout 4 is going to be my top game of E3 this year. But those are the top 10 games of E3. That's my list for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite game was, or your top 5 or your top 10. Give me the list down below in the comments. Guys, that's going to do it for this video, so if you enjoyed it, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content, uploading new videos every other day, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at FisherTwelve, link down in the description. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and take care.